So we're gonna take a little break.
Their attraction to Rosanna
Yeah, we're gonna take a little break from the, you know, the stressful topics for just a brief moment. Take a little breather, um, and we're just gonna exactly. We're gonna kind of take a moment to forget about everything. Because everybody needs a moment of escapism, even if that is closing our eyes and deep breathing. For us today here, because we're here at the Native Tea podcast, it's going to be some regular old plain tea. Not no important tea. This is just some. I mean, technically, this can be important tea because this is actually a health hazard, what we're going to be talking about. So if you have kids out there, keep them away from the Lunchleys, okay? Keep them away. They're a Lunchable knockoff. They're made by the Three Stooges of the internet, KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast. And Mr. Beast, boy oh boy oh boy, he's been getting he's been getting canceled for hiring predators and all that. So like he's just been racking up them skeletons all right in his closet. So we're gonna get into the tea here. This is Adam McIntyre. He's a young Irishman from Dublin, I think, maybe. Yeah. And I've been listening to him for a few years on and off, but lately he's been spilling that hot tea. Okay, okay. And now, oh, this isn't the other thing about Colleen Ballinger. This is about the Lunchley thing. For a second, I watched that earlier. So, that tea is actually not really important. I don't think I'm gonna really bring that up, but you know, he's knee deep in the tea. That's all I gotta say. Okay, we're gonna spill.
In the acknowledgement of the mold, they confess their attraction to Rosanna Pansino. I'm not kidding, and we'll get to it. But anyways,
context. So the Three Stooges have made a new Stooge podcast where they get together and stooge it up. And so that's what he's referencing, is that they were talking about the whole thing where the internet recently was like, there's mold in the Lunchley. And they were clowning on them for that. But also, like, you know, raising red flags and, like, pretty much, you know, everybody was like, this isn't good. So, yeah, that's what he's talking about, is them talking about it on the podcast.
In the acknowledgement of the mold, they confess their attraction to Rosanna Pansino. I'm not kidding, and we'll get to it.
And Rosanna Pansino, context, she has been canceling Mr. Beast because she's got the receipts, okay?
But anyways, we have another streamer who was testing out Lunchley and found mold in it. Now, this one is a little bit of a different story, and I find it very, very, very interesting. So, there is this streamer that we're going to dive into right now, but they basically said that because Rosanna Pansino, in their opinion, was kind of this like biased source against Mr. Beast, they wanted to figure out for themselves whether or not Lunchley was as bad as what people were saying, whether it was moldy, whether you could go into the store like Rosanna did, buy one, and you open it, and it is moldy. And so they set out and they did this little challenge where they tried to buy as many Lunchleys as possible before they found mold. And a lot of their audience didn't know if they were going to find it, and it was this big thing. Basically, they were trying to see whether or not it's realistic, like you would go into a store and find a moldy Lunchley, or was Rosanna Pansino a bias source, right? Now, I fully believe Rosanna in opening the Lunchley and finding mold. She has already posted the raw footage, and I think we have endless other people online that have showed moldy Lunchley that they have gotten, that I don't think it takes Rosanna Pansino, you know, not liking Mr. Beast and rightfully so calling him out for other things, to take away from the fact that they're literally selling cheese that has allegedly so little preservatives in it that it is getting moldy before it can even get in your hands. And again, as someone who has consumed Lunchley for a video...
Yeah, he finishes that up by saying he's very scared for his well-being right now. I'm sure he's fine. Like, if he only had, like, one Lunchley, he's probably fine. A little bit of mold. It's not like he sat around eating it, like, left and right? So I think he'd be fine. Oh, do that one more time with the, there we go. I had to switch the audio on the mic. Okay. So that is the tea there with Adam McIntyre going over the lunch late situation. Next, oh, that's a little image of the Three Stooges there. I forgot to pull that up.